So what was the language? There, it pops up. Now, here's what I want you to do. Let me blow everybody's mind now.
Aramaic.
Aramaic. Now, the language is a Semitic language. The Semitic languages are Hebrew, Arabic, and Aramaic. They're cousins, like I mentioned earlier. Latin is Portuguese, Italian, Spanish. Semitic languages. Now, I want you to type this in. Aramaic, word for God, and watch what pops up. And let me teach you a lesson.
The Aramaic word for God.
Well, if that's the language of Christ, I should know. Now, what's the first search result? Read it. Say it. I know it's hard to say it. Say it.
Alo-o.
Where's the search result coming from in blue?
Allah.
Oh, Jesus Christ in his own language called God Ilah. Ilah, Allah. It's not a name. It's a cognate. So in Hebrew, it's Elohim or Ilah. In Arabic, it's Allah. It's a word that's the same in 3 languages. It's not a name. Al means the. La means God. It's the same word in the language of Jesus Christ. But during 9/11, all you heard people saying in New York City was F these Muslims and F their.
Yeah.
That's called ignorance, where they would realize they have much more in common than they don't, and that they're being perpetrated against each other. No one wins in conflict. Nobody wins in war. Muslims and Christians and Jews are brothers. They're cousins. The fact that they fight each other is a disgrace. You cannot fight a Christian or fight a Jew and call yourself a Jew, a Muslim, or a Christian. You're neither. You're nothing. And if this group of people could just figure this out already, that's half the world, brother. That's half the world right there. You cannot kill a Christian and call yourself a Muslim. You cannot kill a Muslim and call yourself a Christian. Period. I don't care what kings did and emperors did. Your relationship with the Creator is between you and God. And you have the book. And if you don't know how to read, then learn how to read and you make your own opinion. But this should show you just how little people know about their own faith. And they want to talk to you about Islam or Judaism or Buddhism. So when you're ignorant and you're getting all your opinions from news and from this and from that, what do we have left to talk about? I can't even sit at the table and have a real conversation with you because you're not on my level. How are you going to talk to me? I have people, I want to debate you in religion. You don't know your own religion. How are you going to debate me? I'll quote your book left and right. You can't quote mine. So that's the whole point. You got to meet people where they're at. So when you're dealing with someone that's dumb, dumb it down. When you're someone that's on your level, then you have the conversation, because unfortunately, most people can't even handle it. Knowledge is very powerful. Information is very powerful. The way you get it. The first question people should ask is, where am I getting my information from? Who's the author of this? Who's the one telling me who am I listening to? Let me read their biography on Wikipedia, if that's even accurate. Let me see who they are. Right. Because information has the power to do amazing things. Or when it's used, we saw what it did in World War II when people are getting the information from a guy with a little mustache who brainwashed the nation to wipe out millions of people. Information is so powerful. You need to know where you're getting it from. Where's the source? Where's the proof that this is accurate? So I just wish that when these things happen, people would say, you know what, let me go down to the local mosque. Let me talk to the guy. Is this what you guys believe? Instead, they were pulling out poor Sikhs out of their, they're not even Muslim. They were pouring them out of their cabs and beating the living crap out of them. Some of them even got killed. Just because the stereotype is a beard so this is ignorance, man. This is ignorance. Most people that live in this country, 99%, who came from wherever they came from. My friend owns the Russian samovar, because we're talking about Ukraine. Shout out to Yasha, Misha. Okay, their family's mixed. They're Jewish, Ukrainian, and Russian. Their family came here a long time ago. They own one of the most recognizable Russian establishments in all of New York City in America. It's called the Russian Samovar. It's on 52nd Street between 8th and Broadway. These poor people went through the struggles of, the last 3 years with all the shutdowns. You know what that did to hospitality in New York.
Completely killed it.
It almost wiped it out completely. So imagine you get through all of that, then the war breaks out in Ukraine, and now everyone's boycotting your restaurant because it starts with Russian. Meanwhile, you're American, and you're of Ukrainian descent also. He puts a huge Ukrainian flag in front of his restaurant. We're against the war, and it's a ghost town for the first couple of months during this conflict. And I go to see them because they're my friends. I'm never turn my back on my friends. And they're like, Beck, it's crazy, man. So eventually the word got out. They're like, no, they don't support it. They did fundraisers. They get message from over there that they can never go back to Russia. So it's like, just because somebody's from a certain place that maybe you don't traditionally like or you come from originally, doesn't mean that they're like those people or whatever. They're here, man. I'm American first. I was born and raised in this country first. I'll fight and die for this country first because I'm American first. People came here. They came for the same reasons you came. They were oppressed. They had things that went on in Russia. I heard a lot of Jews were not treated well during the Soviet Union. That's why they came to the U.S. So now we're going to treat our fellow American in New York that owns a Russian, restaurant like a criminal and a piece of crap. And meanwhile, he doesn't even support the war. So like, this is what I call stupidity, ignorance, and prejudging people. And we see it all the time.
Additionally, there's so many people that just haven't traveled and haven't been places. And like one of the most absurd examples of this to me is people in the KKK.